Today we will look at a very interesting theme. I call it Jehovah, the man of war. You see, there's a name the Lord answers. When you hear Jehovah, the Lord of hosts, that's his war name. That describes the Almighty as the captain of hosts of heaven, marching to overcome, marching towards victory. So, when we talk about Jehovah, the man of war, we are talking about the one who holds the earth and the heavens in his hands. I've often wondered about the Jews. They were slaves in the land of Egypt for 430 years. Can you imagine how many generations of slaves that passed? Remember, when Israel went to Egypt, Egypt was the basket bread, the bread basket for the world. There was food in abundance. But the longer they stayed, the more the home of bread became a land of bondage. When they came, it was not bondage. But the Pharaoh that knew Joseph gave a lot of privileges to the Israelites. But the longer they stayed, the more there was a conversion of their status from that of welcome people to people who are not welcome. Until a Pharaoh came that decided to wipe out the males in the land of among the Israelites. But the thing that excites me about them, the Israelites did not have an army. They were just slaves working for Pharaoh. They did not have arsenals. They did not have weapons of war. No sword, no spear, no javelin, no bows and arrows. They were just simple shepherds with their cows and goats and cattle. And they left Egypt. How did these people manage to vanquish all the armies on their way? How did it happen? They didn't have any army. They didn't have any weapons. How did they succeed in vanquishing, in destroying every power on the way? They began with Egypt. The armies of Egypt were drowned in the Red Sea. And then they went on. Whether it was Moab, or Ammon, or Mount Seir, or the Perizzites, and Canaanites, whichever one, they defeated all of them. Yet they were not soldiers. What was their secret? The Lord God of hosts marched with them. When they were in the wilderness, it came as a pillar of cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night. And you need to understand the beauty of it all. It was a desert area. So the sun was very scorching in the afternoon. So the cloud provided a shade in the wilderness. They were privileged people. No wonder they worked for over 40 years. Their feet did not get swollen. They were not bruised. They did not collapse. They didn't need Panadol or paracetamol to survive. They didn't need malaria tablets. For more than 40 years, the hand of the Lord supported them. The cloud by day. Then by night, that cloud became, the Shekinah glory of the Lord. Filled everywhere. You can imagine a camp where over 1 million people were, staying. And everywhere there was light. Brighter than the day. The Shekinah glory of the Lord went with them. And the Bible said immediately they crossed into Canaan. The pillar disappeared. The pillar of cloud and the pillar of disappeared. And what appeared? The captain of the hosts of heaven with a drawn sword leading them into battle. That was the secret of the Jews. Their God was in their midst.